the Buzzard bookie. So don't sleep on that. And then we'll throw you to Poundcake's world of sports. How about that Rachel Feinstein?
Oh, my goodness.
She is
love
a
her.
doll.
She's so
and funny as balls.
And so cute.
Oh.
And
that fireman's a lucky man.
Yeah, I took a picture with her, and in one of them, you know, Scott took a bunch of them, the manager over at Hilarities, and in one of them, she's like looking at me as I'm looking forward, and that's the one I posted because I just like created a whole scenario in my head where like, no, that's how she looks at me.
She's joined the parade, but she's taken.
I know she's taken, but
she's got a little girl, the whole bit.
Picture.
See,
the imagination runs wild.
Well, I mentioned earlier that she had never been on the show before, but then when I went to go out and say hi before we started the segment, she goes, "Oh, I remember you."
Yeah, she
Good
has.
to see you.
Because
she's been on the show?
She's been on the show. It's been about
I would
5
remember.
years.
No way.
Dude, she has. Because she was doing like a sports thing at the time. And I remember that.
Because Jess Curson was here, and they do their things together.
I don't know if we were doing video back then. It might have been a while ago. Let me see.
I don't remember that. You could be right. I've had a lot of guests on it, but I would certainly remember having her on. But she seemed to think she had met me before. I thought maybe she was just being nice.
Or maybe no, I'm pretty sure she's been in before. Okay, that was today. All right, so probably was before we were doing video, but I'm pretty sure she was on the show.
And she was in the studio.
She was in the studio.
Man, how could I have forgotten that? Don't recall that at all. Well, good. Then I felt like I came in fresh. Travis texted me and said, "No luck at the Steakhouse." Is his new Panic at the Disco cover band. No luck, exclamation point, at the Steakhouse. That's great.
Oh,
just
she's so funny.
Sitting at the steakhouse, trolling for guys, looking for love in all the wrong places. Well, there you go. And Sue Squire's got a new fan, too.
Yeah.
That's nice.
She'll be happy about that.
Sure.
I won't tell her she's a Jew, but... I'm kidding.
She's a Jewish jokester, though.
Jewish jokester.
Yes. Shades of difference. Well, it looks like Cedar Point is going to be merging with Six Flags.
I saw that.
They tried this a few years ago. Six Flags,
Seven Flags,
and Cedar Fair.
It's going to be ruined.
Well, Six Flags knows what they're doing. They're an amusement park company.
I'm not worried about Six Flags. Six Flags is getting the come up. Cedar Point's going to suffer.
Why do you think that?
Because an even bigger corporation is going to come in and try and dictate how the park should be.
Is Six Flags bigger than Cedar Fair?
They own more parks than Cedar Fairs.
Yeah, but does it? But
Cedar Fair owns a lot, though.
But are they profitable? Like Cedar Point is consistently like the most popular amusement park in the country. So
that's why I'm saying why does Cedar Point have to merge?
Well, maybe they weren't. Yeah, I don't know.
That's what is the point of a merge if not to?
It'll benefit both of them probably.
But will it though? Because Cedar Point's not hurting.
Cedar Fair has a market value of $1.8 billion, while Six Flags is $1.7 billion. So that's negligible. The difference is negligible.
Right.
They're pretty much at the same level there. Cedar Fair owns 11 amusement parks in 10 U.S. states and in Toronto. Six Flags is the largest operator of water parks in North America. 2019, Cedar Fair turned down the $4 billion merger offer from Six Flags. Remember that? They said the bid was too low. They're like, nope, we need more of that. Well, maybe, things have changed. Who knows?
I don't like this.
When I was a kid, Six Flags took over the big amusement park north of Chicago. It was called Great America. And Six Flags took it over. And then it became Six Flags Great America. And I don't really recall them changing much. Like the characters, you know how every park has characters that they license? Great America licensed all the Warner Brothers characters. So it was Daffy Duck and it was Speedy Gonzales and all that stuff. So that's what was on the shirts. In Gurnee, Illinois, which is like a good hour north of the city.
Well, I thought it was when it became Six Flags. That's when they licensed out all the WB stuff because Six Flags had six.
Take two.
Whoops.
Get gays. Get I appreciate that.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Flags amusement parks. I thought they had the WB stuff because they bought Geauga Lake. They took over Geauga Lake a while ago, and they renamed some of the coasters and like gave them WB themes.
Okay. Great America.
I don't
Yeah,
like it.
you could be right. I mean, you might be right.
I just don't like it. I like my hometown, not my hometown, but my home base amusement park, to stay at my home base amusement park. There's too much nostalgia at stake for them to try, Six Flags to come in and try and change things. That it doesn't need to be changed.
What are you worried about them changing? It's going to be roller coasters and elephant ears and corn dogs. And what are you worried about?
Because
you're a grown man. Like if you were a kid.
I
mean, what are they going to change? Oh, no, they're going to come in and ruin it. What, are they going to pull out all the roller coasters?
Not pull out the roller coaster, but just cut corners. Like now it won't be the biggest and the tallest anymore. They'll be like, it's big enough. Yeah, it's whatever. We own more parks. Like, don't they have a monopoly then? What other?
A monopoly on what? Height?
Amusement park owners. Like, how many owners are there? There's Cedar Fairs and then Six Flags. What else is there? Disney? They're competing with Disney?
Yeah.
I don't like
They absolutely are.
Six Flags acquired the right to use the Looney Tunes characters at its parks in 1984 when they bought... there you go. There you go. Because Bally used to own Six Flags. Anyway, that's the one that we went to when we were kids, was Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. And it had like the world's tallest wooden roller coaster. And they had this thing called the Sky Tower that was the biggest whatever, or the world's largest carousel. And, and then I got stuck at the top the day after prom.
Ooh.
At the top of the American Eagle. And that was no fun.
You didn't,
because I desperately wanted to break up with my girlfriend. What's that?
I was going to say, I thought that would be like cool. You'd be stuck. We're stuck at the top, babe. And then you could just do some hand stuff.
No. I wanted to murder this girl even before prom.
Wow.
She begged me to not break up with her before prom.
Begged you?
Begged me not to do it because she wanted to go to prom.
What was so wrong with her? Like you wanted to...
We just ended up being fire and ice. I didn't have a lot of girlfriends, so I kind of gravitated toward her.
Especially girlfriends that beg you to stay.
Well, okay, but I mean...
yeah, but it wasn't,
yeah, it wasn't because I was so awesome. She just didn't want to be dumped right before prom because that was a thing, too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, fine. I'm a cool guy. And then she's like, and then she wanted to go because everybody goes to Six Flags after prom. Oh, God. Because my friends and their dates were, fine, we'll go. And, oh, God. Anywho, let me give you this money here, and then we'll get to the award-winning Poundcake Sports Break. You ready for that?
Yes.
Okay.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Bank. That's bank. Enter it now at WMMS.com. Play ball! This is a Poundcake Sports Break.
In the headlines today, I feel like I'm cheating true sports fans by reporting on this story, but I'm torn because I love her. Celine Dion has surfaced for the first time in 3.5 years at a hockey game, no less. Celine appeared in Vegas, the place of her longtime residency, and she attended a game between the Vegas Golden Knights and her hometown team, the Montreal Canadiens. Now, you know Celine suffers from the stiff person syndrome, and she bailed out of her Courage World Tour that I attended, by the way, back in 2018. She stopped by the locker room after the game to take some pictures and greet some players, and she looked great to me. I will say, though, every time I attend a hockey game, I get pretty stiff myself. So, I love you, Celine. I'm glad you're doing well. Also, Bill sent me this story, and he just did it. It's inevitable that when you're a media professional, you're bound to offend someone or some group of people when trying to get your point across. In this instance, I'm talking about Chris Broussard, who is a sports analyst and commentator on Fox Sports. He said a slur that was offensive to the mentally challenged people when discussing the James Harden trade. So this clip is from Fox Sports First Things First. So let's take a look at that, and then I'll give my commentary.
We're the only team that can pay pay him,
But
and they're a desperate
But he's
organization.
not going to be. You think he thinks he's going to play like he did?
I think he's not going to get to play the way he wants, and he's going to. It's not going to work well.
Nick, is the man retarded? I mean, developmentally disabled.
Sure.
To think that he is going to go to the Clippers where they have Kawhi Leonard as the number 1 option, Paul George as the number 2, and still Russell Westbrook there, and think that he's going to shoot 25 times a night?
Listen, I didn't know what you were going to say today. I'm shocked. This is not going to work. What's wrong?
Let me apologize for using that word.
Oh.
I have my first cousin. We just put him to. He died a few months ago, a month or 2 ago. He was.
Ugh, so cringe.
What is he trying to say? He like, my cousin is.
He's trying to.
It's real cringeworthy. Chris, my brother, you should know better than that. You can say the R word because your cousin is an R word. That's like being
Dead cousin.
I'm just dead cousin. Yes, that's like a racist saying I'm not racist. My best friend is black.
He shows up in the iHeart Sports Break, Chris Broussard.
regularly.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we all make mistakes, but may your cousin rest in peace. It's a very awkward way to bring him up, but yeah, R.I.P. And lastly, former NBA star Joe Smith and his wife are under a bright spotlight after Joe found out about his wife's OnlyFans account. Joe's wife, whose name is Kisha, said that her OnlyFans account was not a secret. It was in the bio of her Instagram for a year. And if he paid attention to his wife, he would have known that. Ouch. You could tell this woman is scorned. Kish went on TMZ to discuss the matter, because that's what you do, in hopes that her marriage won't end in divorce. So you can take a look at that here.
Guess the first question is, where's Joe?
How are you guys doing?
Where's Joe?
He's pretty pissed off with me. So he's been, I think he's at his sister's house. He's not talking to me right now. So, yeah.
Keisha, how long ago, obviously we saw in the video that Joe's saying he had no idea that you had this account. How long is the account, have you had the page?
I've had the page for at least over a year. It's on my Instagram and my LinkedIn, but that's what happens when you don't pay attention to your wife, period. And, you know, he has a friend that he's been entertaining, and she decided that, you know, she wants to really put a bigger, you know, wedge in our relationship. So she went digging around my page and was like, oh, do you know that she has this? He
has a friend?
I think she's saying he's cheating. And the side piece or jump off did some digging on the wife, because as you said, Alan, the side piece is trying to get him to leave her. This is what I'm assuming. This is all assumptions. I don't know for sure, but that's what she said. His friend did a little oppositional research on the wife, and he found out about the OnlyFans.
Wow.
So I happen to think that Kisha is dead wrong. There is definitely a trust issue there, but nothing that can't be healed in therapy, because clearly she doesn't know the art of cheating respectfully. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes Poundcake Sports Break.
Play ball! This is a Poundcake Sports Break!
She's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
she's
think
hot.
that Kisha Chavis, I got to tell you, I'd never heard of Joe Smith. But
Former NBA, yeah.
Yeah, he says
I know Joe Smith. Yeah.
I figured you would. He says he will not leave his wife. Not going to do it. I just like, in that first clip with Chris Broussard, I love the middle guy's face.
The eyebrow. Did you see that
The
eyebrow?
middle guy's
Yeah,
face
go
when
back.
he just...
And then he just is drinking coffee.
Not going to be. You think he thinks he's going to play like he did?
I think he's not going to get to play the way he wants, and he's going.
Who's the guy with the long hair?
Nick Wright.
And he's
He's an analyst.
he wasn't a player? Or?
No, he's just a sports analyst.
It's not going to work well.
Nick, is the man retarded?
This guy just became a meme right there. Who's the middle guy?
I don't know. I think he's like the host of the show that like kind of moderates.
And then he just picks up his mug. I'm going to have me a sip of something, because they're probably screaming in his ear. And the IFB. That's great.
Oh, that's so funny.
He said, I think trouble's a brewing now. Like, that's literally the face. I think you stepped in it, sir.
Yeah.
Troubles a-brewing.
Look up who the guy with the coffee mug was.
A guy with a coffee mug is... maybe people will
I know
tell
Nick
me.
Wright. I like him. I think he does.
Kevin Wilds.
Okay. Nick,
Reacted with his best Jim Carrey eyebrows before burying his face in his coffee cup. Kevin Wilds. Okay. Yeah, I don't watch any of those shows, so I don't know who these dudes are. I only know Broussard because I hear the name on the iHeart apps.
Broussard I've known for a while because he's bounced around. I think he was on ESPN for a while, and now he's over on Fox. But and then Nick Wright, his stuff will go. I'll catch it going viral on Twitter and Instagram and stuff. I like his commentary. I think he makes good observations.
So Broussard is the only former athlete in that group there.
Is he a former athlete?
I thought he played for the NBA. Didn't Chris Broussard
I think
play
he's
ball?
always been a journalist.
Oh, okay. I thought he was a ball player. So none of those guys. You know where Chris Broussard went, Poundcake?
I do not.
Oberlin College.
Oh, how interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
So he should know better. Oh, how did I looked this guy up too? I didn't even look at that. See, I have tunnel vision. I was looking for the juicy story and try to get a better quality audio, and I couldn't find it. And here it's.
Oh yeah, this Fox Sports isn't putting this out.
I definitely think it's scrubbed off the internet, other than Twitter. But it literally says right there, alma mater, Oberlin College.
There it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a break. If you want to send a text, 35192 to get me there, AlanCoxShow.com. You can watch live and you can listen wherever on the iHeartRadio app.
The Buzzard is Rover.
Crank that son of a bitch up.
Full blast.
Oh, yeah.
Rock.